Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Now, Nicki Minaj posted a video of her, Papa Bear, Deb, and Kenny. And also, fans are hoping that Nicki Minaj can come save Cardi B's career. Now, Nicki Minaj posted this video. Some fans are saying, oh, she tricked everybody, and saying that, you know, she and Kenny weren't having relationship issues when she tweeted, yes, single. Other fans feel like, you know, this was a PR stunt and that she was trying to take shine away from Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B and Scratch Off, who recently released music, okay? You know, I don't think that it was a PR stunt. She might have tricked y'all, but she ain't tricked me, okay? You know, I love Nicki, but I definitely don't think that, you know, there was nothing going on. I think where there's smoke, there's fire. Because she didn't even announce a single. Where's the single if it was about the music? That don't make no sense. So intuitively, I do feel like she was having issues with Kenny, and they're back together now. But in any relationship, people break up, get back together, break up, get back together. And, you know, that's normal part of any relationship, whether you're famous or not. The only thing, though, is for Nicki, it would be cheaper to keep him. No shade. Okay? You know, the breakup is going to cost. Look at Wendy, look at Mary J. Blige, and, you know, Halle Berry and all the other women who have to cough up a coin. And even Nicki's peer, Ariana, had to cough up a coin during her divorce. You know, it's going to cost. It might be cheaper to keep him around. And I'm sure Nicki Minaj wants her family. I'm not saying that she don't love Kenny and don't want her family. Of course she wants her family. But strategically and financially, it's going to cost. Whether you're worth over $100 million or not, people always have to pay out if they're the breadwinner. That's just how it works, especially in the courts. Now, moving on to Bonin Better and Nicki. Fans are begging Nicki to work with Cardi B because the Wannabe remix flopped, okay? As we previously discussed. You know, fans are tweeting they could have been such a duo. A collaboration between these two would go number one, which is facts. You know, I do feel like if Cardi B and Nicki Minaj release a collaboration right now, not 10 years from now, right now, it would go number one, okay? But the thing is, I feel like the damage has kind of already been done. And Nicki don't need Cardi B. Cardi B needs Nicki Minaj. Let's just be completely honest. Nicki Minaj, her album went number one. Her singles have been doing well. She's on a sold-out world tour. Cardi B can't even sell out the EBT experience. Her features are all flopping. You know, she did get a top 10 with Dr. Miami. But other than that, people haven't really been paying attention to her. She needs Nicki Minaj more than Nicki Minaj needs her. And that's just what it is. I don't need them to collab. Now, moving on to Bonin Better. It is not looking good for the Queen of Surgery because she unfortunately has failed to sell out the EBT experience, which I believe is in a few weeks, okay? Because I believe the EBT Awards is in a few weeks, and the EBT experience is on June 28th, I believe, okay? Or around that time. And there are still seats left. We got Sexy Red, Gunna, DeVito also performing, and it's still not sold out. I'm like, goodness gracious, what is going on? Section 8 Gang is the worst fan base in hip-hop. The worst fan base. They don't buy her music, and they don't buy tickets to see Bonin Better perform, which is really weird because she is a Grammy award-winning artist. She got 5 diamond records. But, you know, fans have been complaining about, you know, the recession and the cost of living going up. You know, if I was the EBT Awards, since I can't get Nicki Minaj because she's done with them, I would try to replace Bonin Better with Doja Cat. Okay? Replace Bonin Better with Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion, and them tickets are going to sell out because Megan got the sympathy train behind her, and Doja Cat is a phenomenal performer. I think she's a better performer than Bonin Better. So, I think that's a great idea. I don't know why they would ask her to headline, especially since she don't got no new music out. That was really stupid. I mean, the Dr. Miami record is not really a hit, so I don't really understand how she was able to headline. I know her management and Titanic Records probably pulled some strings, but I didn't hear EBT. They're not too happy about this. They thought that Bonin Better was going to be able to get the EBT experience sold out, but she just don't have enough steam. Now, moving on to Doja Cat. Doja Cat is the first female rapper to have 10 songs reach 600 million streams on Spotify. Congratulations to Doja Cat. And also, it has been announced that Doja Cat's Scarlet is now eligible for platinum in the US for selling over 1,000 units in the country. But I'm like, that should have been platinum though. I mean, why is it just going platinum? That came out last year in September. We are now in June of, the following year. I don't understand how it's just going platinum. That don't make no sense. She do 1 billion streams every time she drop. I mean, this is humiliating. No shade to Doja Cat, but how are you just going platinum when your album almost came out a year ago? It should have been platinum. For all the records that you break, this don't make no sense to me. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion, she thanks Gorilla Glue on Instagram. She said, I love the bond that me and Gorilla Glue have built these past few weeks. You are my sister for life, okay? Didn't she used to call Bonin Better her sister? I guess she replaced Bonin Better with Gorilla Glue. And with that being said, fans do want Gorilla Glue and Megan Thee Stallion to do a joint EP. I've been seeing a lot of tweets about that. I mean, here's my thing. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, she attaches herself to anything that is hot in the moment. Okay? For instance, when Bonin Better was hot, she did WAP with Bonin Better. Okay? She thought Bonin Better was still hot, did Bozos. She did the same thing with Dua Lipa. Remember when Dua Lipa was popping? Then they did Sweetest Pie. Y'all don't remember that? She attaches herself to any person that's hot in the moment. And Gorilla Glue was popping. I don't feel like she's not as popping, but, she's still not one of the main girls in female rap, in my opinion. I don't think she's hotter than Sexy Red, Doja Cat, or Nicki Minaj. But, she had Yeah Glow, and that was a poppin' song. So I do see why Megan Thee Stallion wants to attach herself to Gorilla Glue, because she won't do it with Ice Spice or Sexy Red because of their relationship with Nicki Minaj, or the fact that they're not dissing Nicki Minaj like the other female rappers are. So it's a chess move. Now, moving on to Scratch Off. Scratch Off is not too happy with the lack of success with Mistress Service, okay? As we know, she dropped Mistress Service with Megan the Pass Around and Flo Milli, and I think it did 300,000 in its first day on Spotify. It didn't really do too well on any other streaming platform, but Scratch Off is not too happy about this because she wants to drop an album. And unfortunately, if she don't find a hit song, she can get dropped from her label, okay? And I honestly think Scratch Off needs to get dropped. I think she's benefiting off being, somewhat pretty and light-skinned, just like Sweetie. Sweetie also should get dropped from her label. If you're not putting up the sales, you shouldn't be getting a major push. And you definitely shouldn't be able to drop music under a major label when there's other artists that deserve to have your budget and get a major push like Normani, okay? Or I think RC and the Colorist should re-sign to Najee and give her a major push. I mean, Nasty is doing better than Scratch Off's Mistress Service, and she didn't even put out a remix. I think Scratch Off is benefiting off being light-skinned and pretty, and that's how she's able to maneuver in the industry. But the talent is lackluster, the music is lackluster, and the sales are definitely lackluster. So I definitely think she needs to get dropped. Uproxx named Queen Bee the biggest musician in the world and names Two Hands to Heaven one of the best songs of 2024 so far. They said the foundation of B's music has always been love, and on Cowboy Carter's Turning Point, Two Hands to Heaven, the biggest musician in the world finds herself at ease. Next to the one she loves most, lyrically, Two Hands to Heaven is instantly one of B's more vulnerable deep cuts, but sonically the song encapsulates the feeling of driving down a Texas road, hands in the air, with the love of your life by your side. Okay? Now, I don't know why these publications keep saying Two Hands to Heaven is one of the best songs of 2024. Maybe I gotta re-listen to the song, but I don't feel that way. You know, Paolify said the same thing. I mean, I don't even hear nobody talking about that song. I mean, where are they getting the best song of 2024 is Two Hands to Heaven? I'm hoping that Queen Bee is not paying publications to say this. Okay, because that's a lie. No shade. So I'm hoping that Queen Bee is not doing that. But as for her being one of the biggest musicians in the world, yes, that's an obvious. It would be her, Nicki, Taylor, who else? Champagne Thickums, Kung Fu Kenny. I mean, they're all the GOATs right now. So that's an obvious. I don't understand, why they even had to mention that. Obviously, she's going to be one of the greatest musicians of all time, dead or alive. Okay? She's a legend. So that goes without saying. Now, it has been announced that this week, unfortunately, X has made likes private for everybody to better protect their privacy. That's what, X is saying. That's what Elon is saying. It has been reported that you will still be able to see posts you've liked, okay? But you cannot see other posts that other people have liked, okay? A like count and other metrics from your own post will still show up under notifications. You will no longer see who liked someone else's posts. Now, allegedly, a lot of people believe that this is being done because people tend to like, sexually explicit videos or content. But I think that this is going to further push bots amongst the community. And that way, artists or a big account won't be able to get exposed for using bots. I think that this was a strategic plan because, Elon said he was going to get rid of spam and bots on this platform, but unfortunately he never did. And I think for certain celebrities, they're going to need bots to like their posts, so that when they make album announcements or when they announce that they have music, it could look like it's highly anticipated if it has a lot of likes. Okay. And then the tweet will go viral. I think that is the ultimate goal. I think this has a lot to do with bots are going to be pushed further on that platform. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, the next thing on the docket is Cardi B is putting out a song with Peso Pluma called Put It on the Surgery Table. Put It in the Fridge. It's coming out June 20th. So that is on a Thursday. Let me know how y'all feel about that, if you guys are excited about this collaboration. I don't listen to Peso Pluma. Okay? I did listen to Shakira. I still do. But the Shakira and Cardi B collaboration was kind of trash. No shade. It feels like Cardi B is trying to do like a feature run. That's what it comes off to me as. Like she's trying to do a feature run, but the features aren't hitting. The features aren't giving what they're supposed to give. But I ultimately think that Cardi B got to do like a collaboration with Queen Bee or like a collaboration with Doja Cat for people to really care. I don't think people really care right now. And there's no shade. Now, moving on to Euphoria, the TV series. they said season 3, which is scheduled to be filmed later on this year, allegedly, will not be set in a high school, which makes sense because, no shade, I think a lot of them were seniors and juniors in season 2. Okay, if I remember correctly, because the last season came out like 3 years ago. But a lot of people are thanking Kung Fu Kenny, saying that his impact with the beef with Champagne Thickums made Euphoria start filming for another season. Because Kung Fu Kenny put out that song Euphoria, which was a double entendre because Champagne Thickums is an executive producer for Euphoria, okay? And then on top of that, the show is about high schoolers and teenagers, and Champagne Thickums has been accused of dating or sleeping with underage girls. So, a lot of people are thanking Kung Fu Kenny for his impact, during the beef as to why Euphoria is getting filmed this year, okay? But the show won't officially come out to 2025. That's what they're saying. So you still won't see the show this year, but it will get filmed allegedly later on this year. My whole thing is, though, I don't know if I care anymore. No shade. I love Zendaya. I usually always support anything Zendaya's in, but I don't know if I really care. It was like 3 or 4 years ago with the last season. And then Anus, one of my favorite characters on the show, died. So I don't know if I care this time around, but let me know if you guys will be watching. Now, Camila the Racist decides to put out the track list for her album that nobody really cares about. She got a collaboration with Playboi Carti. Obviously, the I Love It record, He Knows, featuring Lil Nas X. I thought that song was trash. She got a song called Dade County Dreaming featuring JT and Carisha. Then she got 2 songs with Champagne Thickums and his botch BBL, Hot, Uptown, Ugly. So let me know if y'all gonna check out this album. I probably won't. I don't listen to Camila the Racist. No shade. And then on top of that, I'm not really impressed with the 2 singles that she put out. If the 2 singles she put out were fire, then it would have made me want to listen to the album. But the song with Bottom Nas X was trash. And then the songs with Playboi Carti, I Love It. I didn't care for that record either. That song was kind of trash. And I'm sure the Champagne Thickums songs are going to be trash too, because he's been putting out trash music all 2024 except for Family Matters. Now, moving on to Normani, the superstar. Her new album, Dopamine, is coming out tomorrow. We will be streaming. She also dropped her track list. Big Boy, Still, All Yours, Lights On, Take My Time, Candy Paint, Grip, 159, Distance, Tantrums, Little Secrets. And I don't understand how Wild Side is on this album. Came out like 3 years ago. But I'm going to let it slide for Normani. Okay, because I know she needs all the sales she can possibly get. Okay? Hopefully she releases a music video when the album drops. If she doesn't, it definitely won't help her album at all. Because at the end of the day, none of the 2 singles that you put out have charted. Let's just be 100% 1000. Candy Paint, love the record. Been listening to it nonstop. But it flopped, and so did 159. So, hopefully she gets a push when the album drops, because it looked like RCA the Colorist gave her budget to Victoria Monet. That's what it looks like. But anyway, let me know how y'all feel about it. I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have an amazing day.